Hello and welcome back to the MJM Grand Sports Talk Show. I'm Matt Shalloe, joined alongside, as always, by Ryan McSpedon, and on Tuesdays, Justin Bott. How you boys doing today?
Doing all right. Big sports week ahead. Busy sports day today already. But I'm ready to get the show started. Bott, how are we doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Pumped to be here, as always.
I do want to point out, Ryan, you want to talk about your Knicks jersey? Why this is an exciting day for you?
Oh, yeah, the Knicks, man. As you can see here, I'll show the camera. Got my Argent jersey. Make Knicks great again hat. As I'm saying, for us Knicks fans, it's the biggest game in 8 years. We haven't been 500 this late in the season in forever, and fans are back in the Garden tonight. Only 10% of them, but still.
That's some of them.
Chance to get to 500 against a good Warrior team. I'm pumped up. I can't wait for the Knicks game.
Ryan, you want to kick us off with the news that broke, the unfortunate news that broke earlier today?
Yes. Unfortunately, this afternoon, news broke that
Tiger Woods got into a car accident. And it was not good. He's in surgery right now, I think, for 2 broken legs. They're saying, yeah, he's in surgery. He's not doing so great right now, and our prayers are with Tiger right now as he goes through surgery. Expected to obviously, hopefully, be all right. Saw the picture. That is a scary incident, and never anything that you want to talk about. Just awful.
Definitely tough to talk about. Prayers go out to him. Hopefully, everything's all right. One of the best to ever do it, of course.
Of course, he is.
And we hope everything's okay. But Justin, anything from you on the top?
Just sending prayers to Tiger. Hate to see something like that happen to one of the greats, or anyone for that matter. Yeah, prayers sending out.
Lakers lost again last night to the Wizards. They are in trouble. We talked about it last Tuesday. No idea who's going to step up. The answer is no one. Yeah. I mean, they won the first game, right? And then they've lost their last 3 now.
And what did I say? They had some winnable games. The Wizards were one of those winnable games, and they blew it.
Wrong?
They were up big, and they blew it.
Yeah, they're losing in overtime, correct?
They lost in overtime, by 3. And I mean, kind of to the red hot Wizards right now. Where did they get this from?
Lakers now set tied for second place with the Clippers at 22-10. Still nothing to fret about when you're 22-10. Still chasing the Jazz though, who we have hyped up a lot now, respectively. But they're kind of crawling back to the Suns in that 4 seed. But yeah, I don't know. Obviously, no AD, big problem.
Good.
It has been a big problem so far. Dennis Schroeder's been out as well. Point that out, I guess. He's a pretty decent player. But yeah, 127 to 124. They lose yesterday to the Wizards. Dropped their 3rd straight. Did you expect this much of a struggle from the Lakers without him, or did you expect LeBron to kind of take over and we haven't really seen – well, I mean, he scored 31 points last night. I guess it's not all on him. But I think the other night when they lost to Miami, I think he only had 19 or something, didn't shoot it all that great. Took full responsibility for that one. But did you expect this, or did you expect them to compete a little bit better? Obviously, I think we can all agree we expected them to, even without AD, beat a team like the Wizards last night.
Yeah, no, definitely. I expected them to play better. You look at, the Brooklyn loss, understandable. Brooklyn is – even without KD, they are still one of the top teams in the league. Harden, since the trade, has just been playing at a phenomenal MVP level. He's upped his game, and right now Brooklyn looks unbeatable, even with their defense not being so great. But then you look at the Heat and the Wizards. 2 games that I would say, regardless of if Anthony Davis is playing, they should have won. The Heat, yeah, they're starting to play a little better lately, but they still haven't impressed me. And the Wizards, as we know, they're terrible. I know they've won 5 straight right now. They're making a push, but they were 6-17, and now they're obviously 11-17 after the win. But you don't lose those games, especially at home. Yeah. And the Wizards game was being up whatever they were. I think like 12 or 13 at half. Let me see.
They were up. Close that one out.
Yeah, they were up 14 at the half. You don't blow that lead to the Wizards. I don't care who's on your team. To blow a second half lead like that is bad. And then also, with the Heat game the other night, they had a chance to win it. It was Caruso taking the shot.
Yeah, what's up with that?
But why is Caruso taking the shot?
Yeah, I did want to pose that question as well. Obviously, I guess the Heat lost a little more understandable than a team like the Wizards, but at the end of the day, both 2 games that they should have won had multiple chances to win, and obviously came up short. And that's why we're talking about this here today.
And guess who their next game? And guess who their next game is against?
Who's that, Mr. Spetty?
The red hot Utah Jazz.
Not good.
In Utah as well, so
That's
tough coming up here.
Justin.
So yeah, the Lakers just not a good look. Losing to the Wizards, even though they're getting a little hot as of late. And yeah, I looked at LeBron shooting split in that Heat game. Was that 7 for 21 from the field, just far from ideal game from him. I saw he had 5 turnovers in that game. The last game he had 8, even though it went to overtime. It's a lot of turnovers to have. But the Heat game, we're losing by 2, definitely winnable if he puts up a better performance. But they also don't have that number 2 guy, so it's really all LeBron. But yeah, definitely didn't expect this much of a slump after losing AD to that injury.
Speaking of AD,
The Fin Man.
we have a question here from Finman14. Do y'all think Kuzma is a good replacement for AD as a number 2? I would have to say no.
No.
Based on how they play.
Kuzma's terrible.
I kind of like Kuzma. Root for the guy, but no, obviously it seems as if he's not a good replacement based on how they played. Tong C 2018 says they need Schroeder too. Yes, without Schroeder in the lineup, they really don't
100%.
have. I don't know. Schroeder was playing great earlier this year, and without him and AD, it's been hell, if I say. And
Yeah.
Lakers haven't played well as late. I don't know. What do you guys think about Kuzma? Do you think I think he's a decent scorer. Obviously, not a rebounder or a defender.
He's all right.
He's just way too streaky as a scorer as well.
That's my problem with him. Is I don't know, he's too streaky and he keeps chucking it up. Like, dude, sometimes if it's not going in, stop shooting. Like, it just drives me nuts.
What game were we watching?
Was that Nets game?
Yeah.
Kuzma had, I think, 12 in the first quarter and I finished him with 16. It's like sometimes you think, he's coming out and he's on, but it's just way too streaky.
And there's just games, too, where you could tell from the first shot or two if it's a miss. You're like, okay, this is going to be a long – and he just keeps shooting. I mean, hey, shoot, I guess. Yeah, but I don't know. He's not, especially defensively, is really where the impact is right now. But
if the Lakers have AD, are they still the favorites in the West or even favorites at all?
Yes. In the West, at least.
I say yes. Like I want to say the Jazz because, that record of 25 and whatever they were, was it 25-6 now? Yeah, 25-6. But I still just think the Jazz, if you put them up against the Clippers or Lakers when healthy, that they're still, going to lose that game 9 times out of 10 almost. And it's like disrespectful to say.
Yeah.
But like after Mitchell, I mean, Jordan Clarkson's having a great year. You don't really get much offensive production from Rudy Gobert. I mean, he's a great player, don't get me wrong. But I'd have to say the Lakers are still the favorites. Clippers are very close behind them. And then, like I said, it's weird to say that the team who's in first right now at 25-6 in the Jazz, I think they're still probably the third favorite.
No.
In the West.
And I feel bad because I love the Jazz. I love what they're doing. I just compared to the Lakers and Clippers, I just can't see them beating them. I know they lost to the Clippers the other night. Now, obviously, they have a chance to beat a banged-up Laker team. But still, I don't know. I think when it gets to winning time in the summer in the playoffs, those teams are going to take over. And the Jazz, they are a great team. Don't get me wrong. One of the top teams in the league. I just think, unfortunately, there's 2 teams in the West and both the LA teams that are better than them. And I think that will show come playoff time.
When it comes down to it, I can't see myself picking the Jazz to beat either one of those teams. Bott, what do you think? Lakers favorite or what? I think when we picked a couple weeks ago, we all had the Lakers in the finals, right? I guess the Lakers Bucks. I want to take that one back.
I had Lakers nuts.
Yeah, the Bucks. I picked them for my coming out the East. Yeah, that's not looking good right now. But yeah, for the Lakers, honestly, just looking at the Jazz, I might say that without AD, they're my favorite at this point. I mean, the record 25-6. They are a great core of Gobert, Mitchell, and Mike Conley is no slouch either, and he's been playing pretty good.
Mike Conley, yep.
But O'Neal's been playing really
6th man of the year. Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah.
Jordan Clarkson. He's been phenomenal. I don't know how he was so bad when he was on those 2018 LeBron Cavs, but he's turned around pretty much every other year. He's been a really solid.
Colin Song wants to know Nuggets, question mark. Still kind of waiting on the Nuggets to heat up a little bit. I know it's coming. I think they'll still be there, in the end. Right now, 16-14, 4-6 in their last 10. They've kind of been playing like that all year. They go on these runs and they kind of fall back a bit. I mean, they'll be there, and obviously they'll be a postseason team. I just don't know. I still expect them to get to the 4 or the 5. I don't know if it's just me, but I still think I'm just waiting for them to kind of take off, put it all together. We've seen Jamal Murray somewhat coming to life. The 50 points on Friday, followed it up with a 30-plus point performance again. They need him to play like that because he hasn't really backed up his bubble performance the same way that someone like Donovan Mitchell has from last season. And if they can get Murray going, obviously Jokic still my MVP pick. If they can get Murray going alongside him, I think that they can still get up to a 4 or 5 seed. And then obviously, yes, they do pose a really real threat to the Lakers and, of course, dare I say, the Clippers after what happened last year. I mean, they're still, like I said, they were the team opposing LeBron and the Lakers in the Western Conference Final a year ago. So I'm not going to write them off again. They just need to kind of get it going sooner rather than later. I think you guys would agree.
Yeah, I would say they have a shot to get to the 5 seed. And they could win their first round series. I just think, I don't know. And obviously it's still early. Things can change, but as of now, I think they're another one of those like second round exit teams. Like I think they will find it eventually. I think Murray, he's shown some flashes, and I think he'll start showing you a little more as the season goes on here. But I don't know. I feel like they've buried themselves almost too much now to where they can get to that 2 or 3 seed, and I think that's going to end up hurting them again come May.
Don't underestimate the injuries that have been kind of plaguing the Nuggets. Not the star player in Jokic, but you have Gary Harris getting injured, and most recently Paul Millsap. They used to who else was injured? I know they had another guard injured, and it's just him too. And it's these guys you don't think of, but that can be the difference in a game like they just lost with the Hawks. They lost 123 to 115, and that 8 points off the bench could have been the difference. So just having your whole core healthy is really crucial, especially for a team like the Jazz. They haven't really had that many people injured. They only have 6 losses this year. So
Finman14 wants to know Jokic MVP over Dame. I'd have to say yes for me. It either comes down to Jokic or Embiid.
Yes.
And just Jokic, 8.5 assists a game as a center. That just speaks volumes to me. But love Dame. Should be starting in the All-Star game. Got robbed.
Yes, he did. And I am one of the biggest Dame fans there are. I have his jersey and everything, but unfortunately the 2 big men in both conferences are my 2 front runners for MVP right now, as much as I love Dame. But
Justin, don't you also have a Dame jersey?
I do have a Dame jersey there at Rip City. It's a very nice one, but I'll also pick Jokic over Dame.
But speaking of Luka, the guy who's starting in the All-Star game for whatever reason over Dame, his team wants to trade Kristaps, reportedly, coming out, late last night?
Yes.
They're
shopping.
They called the Warriors.
Yeah, shopping Porzingis. Do you think it was wrong for the Mavericks to overtrade for him in the first place? Back with the Knicks, back in 2019?
29, yeah, that was our freshman year here, 2019.
I remember.
That was
snow day. The day it happened. I remember that.
Yes, it was very cold that day. But I mean, I don't know, because they didn't really give up that much. Dennis Smith Jr. But look at where he is now. He got traded to the Pistons. That's how bad he was.
Some playing time there, though.
Yeah, well, he got traded to the Pistons. I mean, I guess draft picks, but it's the Knicks. Like, I won't look too far into that. Like, I think at the time it was a good deal. It's just not working out right now, and I think Porzingis he has like that Yankee to him in a way to me. Like, he's just injured all the time. Like, it's tough to really. I don't know. It's tough to get going when you're just injured all the time and you're not really building anything with Luka, and that's the problem. That's why they started slow. But actually, I got a text from Matty Iceman. He said, "Watch out for Dallas as they are starting to hit stride, and Doncic can take over a series."
Yeah, and that's why I don't understand why all of a sudden this is coming out about Kristaps. They have been playing better lately. I do think I have a couple places that he'd be a good fit if traded, but I still think his best fit is in Dallas with Luka. Like, I like that pairing a lot. The 2 of them seem to get along great. I don't know. Like I said, they've been playing better lately. I don't know why they'd want to kind of mess it up.
Yeah, no, they have been playing better lately. And Doncic, obviously, we've seen he's unbelievable. So if they get there, you saw it against the Clippers. He was the reason why they won, 2 games last year in that first round, including the game winner. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's just talk, really. I don't think they're going to trade him unless someone blows them away with the deal. But it's also, I understand why they might start to look out to other teams, because it's tough when Porzingis is he's not on the court all the time, and he's not really building any foundation right now with Doncic. It's tough, but I think you do have to go off of the recent events, and recently they've been playing better. They're getting themselves back in the picture, and Doncic is one of the top players in the league, and he can definitely win you a series. So,
But he should not be starting over Damian.
No, I would say that. No, he should not be starting over Damian Lillard.
Kristaps, though, I like the Warriors fit. Obviously, he's a good shooter. Warriors good shooting team.
Makes a lot of sense.
But I don't know. It'd be kind of interesting to have him next to Wiseman because I think Wiseman Wiseman can shoot it too, not as well as Kristaps, but to me they're a little too similar. Like I feel like to be in the same front court, I want to say.
Yeah.
But trade I can see Atlanta.
I was thinking that's an interesting
form of
one.
John Collins, Kristaps swap because it seems like they're ready to move on from John Collins.
Yep.
To me, it doesn't really look like him and Trae Young get along. I mean, we've seen him get into it on the court a couple times.
Yep.
A lot of players do, but I don't know if they're really, the best of a pairing. And obviously, it would take much more to get a deal like that done. But I could see some sort of John Collins for Kristaps swap.
That's an interesting. That's a team I thought about.
Because I know I do think John Collins will be moved before the deadline at some point. The Hawks, got off to a decent start this year and are kind of split off later. They should change something up. But another team, I saw the Hornets mentioned a lot, but I don't really know if they have the assets to necessarily pull that off.
One team that I was thinking about, and it makes sense because he could space out the floor for the two superstars, would be the Clippers.
Yeah,
Kristaps could space out the floor for Kawhi and Paul George, and
they could use a big. Like we talked about
they
the other day
do
when
need
we
a
were
big.
talking about Drummond. Obviously, Kristaps different kind of big because he can stretch it a lot more than Drummond can and be a much better fit than a guy like Drummond, and he can grab the boards that they need. That would be interesting.
That was one of my more interesting
too.
fits. Yeah.
But again, they'd have to give up a lot, and I don't know.
I feel like maybe in the off season this becomes more of a bigger story.
Yeah.
I feel like right now it's just talk, but usually that's how stuff leads up. Like right now it's talk. By the off season,
How about a team like the Bulls? They have their other young player in Lauri Markkanen, but
swap. Talking about them too, and Lauri Markkanen. There's someone else on that team that they
Bulls are another team that's making a run right now too,
Yeah.
so they could be going for it.
Kristaps on the Bulls, that'd be interesting.
they have the great Thaddeus Young, who's up in the ranks like MJ, Larry Bird, and whatever that one graphic was.
But I don't know. I don't think he should be moved, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah,
It just came out yesterday. We said I guess we'll see if it picks up any steam or if it kind of dies down.
I think right now it's just talk. It's just speculation, but
They're
something
on,
to keep an eye on for
they're on
sure.
TNT tonight, right?
Yes, they play the Celtics tonight.
Have to see if they can keep it rolling. I personally would lean more towards Celtics now. We'll have to see.
I agree.
All right, so we are going to take our first break here, and when we come back, talk a little hockey.
Oh yeah,
Sabres, all their mishaps going around. Brian, you can fill us in on the Artemi Panarin drama with the Rangers, and we'll talk about that. So, like I said, we were going to take a quick break. You're listening to the MJM Grand Talk Show on WSBU The Buzz. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the MJM Grand Sports Talk Show. Matt Shalloe, Ryan McSpedon, and Justin Bott. Artemi Panarin, man. Leave of absence for your Rangers.
The best player on the team.
Top 3 for MVP.
Probably a top 3 or 5 player in the NHL too.
Yeah, and he's going to be gone. You want to?
So this is it's a bit of a complicated story. So Panarin has been outspoken against Russian President Vladimir Putin. He has been against his policies, and he really has spoke up against the government a lot over the previous years. And the way I can't really speak too much into how they do things. I don't know how it goes in Russia, but it just seems like Putin and his people are ones who, you're not going to talk bad about us. Like, this is our government. You're not going to make fun. Like, this is your homeland. You're not going to say anything about us. And now, according to most people, his former coach claims that Panarin, when he was 18, beat up an 18-year-old girl while partying at a hotel following one of their losses. And the Rangers released a statement instantly. I was stunned by how quick they put out the statement. They said that basically it's blasphemous and that it's really disgusting that the government would go to that they would say something like that about Panarin, and that Panarin is obviously shaken up and that he will be taking a leave of absence and that they have his back and will support him no matter what. Now, I don't know. It's tough because I don't know. Like, I don't want to speculate too much into it. Like, it could be real. Me personally, I don't think it's real. I think it's more of like the government. Like, I think
it happened so long ago, and
discanter like things like, oh, you speak up against the government, we're going to come after you. Like, maybe there's a little truth to that, but I don't know if it's to the way they're saying.
Yeah.
But it's just tough right now because obviously Panarin, he's the Rangers' best player. The Rangers go as he goes, and now they're going to be losing him for who knows how long. And God forbid this report is true and he did beat up this woman, he's probably not going to play again. So it's tough right now.
And the report was in 2011 that this coach alleges this. Not saying that it's good. Obviously, it's not good if he did do it, but things that happened so long ago and come up today, it's just hard to say.
I don't know.
What does this mean for the Rangers now? You know, he needs to step up.
Mika, he's been awful.
I don't know where his production's gone.
He just had his first goal, I believe.
Coach Quinn has said that him and Kreider have lost their veteran privilege, and that if they continue to stink, he's going to keep bumping them down lines. Like, it's how bad it's been for them this year.
Alexi Lafreniere, you said that right?
Yeah, it was unfortunate. He looked the best he did all season the other day, and guess what line he was on? He was on Panarin's line. So it's like, I mean, I don't know. This is a tough story, and obviously, as a Ranger fan, I hope it's not true. And for Panarin, it's tough right now. It's one of those things I don't want to comment too much because I really don't know. Like I said, I think it's more of, I don't know, I think the Russian government's a bit sneaky, and this could be them trying to ruin him because, oh, you speak up against us, well, screw you, we're going to come and get you. But right now it's awful for the Rangers because who knows how long he's out. And like I said, God forbid if this is true, he's done. He won't play again. So I don't know. It's brutal right now.
I guess. Love to see. Sabres played last night.
Well,
They did.
I'm Islanders.
They lost 3-2. Tough one. Play again tonight. Justin, why don't you start?
Sabres,
I should say.
yeah, good catch. Sabres, not much to say.
Well, there's a lot to say.
It's just hard for the words to come out because you've
Where's
been
Skinner,
saying it.
Where's Skinner?
I think he's locked up for.
He's not playing again tonight. He's not playing again tonight. Why not? See, you don't know, right? He's got his hands up.
Locked up.
Skinner's in jail.
What's his bail? I'll pay it right now. Start GoFundMe. Come on.
So Tobias Reeder gets hurt yesterday. You think Skinner would be back in the lineup today? But no.
Right before the show, right? It was
Yeah. Rasmus Asplund play. He's going to be on the third line with Akposo, Eakin, the boys. Great line.
Tonight.
I would assume Carter Hutton. I haven't seen anything, but
Yeah.
Skinner led the team 5 goals last year. Why does our coach hate him? Good question.
Great question.
Wish we could phone him in right now, but he's busy, preparing how to lose another game.
I think Eichel's going to score tonight, though. Weird feeling.
He's due.
Shout out Jake McBoy. Not shout out Jake McBoy.
Probably been their best defenseman all year. Him and Risto was a great pairing before, the Devils ruined it with COVID. And he kind of, without him, carried on, was playing great. Knee, messed it up, everything, ACL, MCL, meniscus. So, and he has a chance to become an unrestricted free agent this offseason. So that could be the end. That'd be sad. And then Will Borgen, the youngster, steps in, looks great. Fractures his forearm. He'll be out for, I think, 4 to 6 weeks. Hopefully he can come back at the end of the year. But yeah, 4 to 6 weeks he's going to be out there. So tonight, they do take on the Devils. I would assume it's Carter Hutton in that. Actually, I don't know if they've ever properly made a announcement. I've just kind of been assuming all day and preparing myself for the worst. But no disrespect, Hutton, but I don't know if it'll make that much of a difference who's in that these days. But I don't know, Ryan. You're not a Sabres fan. You're unbiased. Did the Sabres beat the Devils tonight? They beat them on Saturday.
On Saturday.
Almost blew it. They did win.
Well, also, I want to ask. I know Finn Man's watching. He's asking some more questions here. But what does the Finn Man think of Rasmus Dahlin? Because there's a friend of ours who absolutely hates him, and we talk about it all the time. We think sometimes it's a little unnecessary. At times, it's right. I'll admit. I've watched more Sabres games this year than really past years. But what do Sabre fans think of Dahlin? Because our friend Jason just absolutely hates him.
Does Berger get fired after the season? It looks like it's trending in that direction. Yes.
I love Coach King.
I love him too. I thought he was going to tie the game yesterday. That's shot down by the circle or the half wall, whatever you call it these days. I thought he was going to tie the game. I was excited. I think he's been playing okay. Had an assist, I believe, last night. Also tonight, Jacob Bryson, defenseman, is going to make his NHL debut. So we'll see. He's filling in for all those injuries back there. But
Finn, man, we need a coach that doesn't hate offense, and Dahlin will thrive.
That is true. You need to score goals to win games. So having offense is kind of good.
Oh, wow. I guess a little bit of a positive note. How sweet was Sam Reinert's goal yesterday?
Oh, that was fantastic.
I don't know if he could do that again if he tried.
That was
that
beautiful. That was filthy.
Spot. And then, Riley Sheahan takes the trippy penalty late.
Of course, who scores the game-winning goal, too?
JG.
Kills the Rangers, too. None other than JG.
All the time. I don't know. I got a weird feeling tonight.
I think they win again tonight.
I was checking.
Keep that energy up. Remember, the Devils are the reason why the Sabres went on pause. Keep that energy. Beat them up again.
Yeah, they came out very high.
They were fired up in that first period. That was one of their best periods, if not their best period all year.
And then, almost like I said, almost slipped away in the third period, but win's a win. Then on Saturday, you should be able to do it again, right?
It's true.
We will have to see.
Big one tonight.
Bob, what are you expecting tonight?
I'm expecting a close win.
Close one.
3-2 loss last night. I could see a 4-3, 4-2 win. 2 goals isn't really a close win, but
Mackenzie Blackwood will be in that for the Devils once again. That is confirmed.
This guy kills us, Blackwood.
According to dailyfaceoff.com, Carter Hutton is listed but is unconfirmed, and I see nothing on Twitter either or whatever.
I say 4-3 Sabres tonight.
4-3 Sabres if they score 4 goals, man.
I don't know, man. They're due.
1-0 Devils.
I get it.
Now Hutton's playing 2-0, 3-0.
I get teams struggle. I get you going to these games where you struggle, but law of averages. One of these games has to be a goal outburst, right?
You'd like to think so. I've been thinking that, but I don't know. There's really no way to tell. No, I can't see anything as to who's starting.
So a big night tonight.
No, definitely. A chance for a big game, and like you said, keep up that energy. This is the team that shut them down for 2 weeks. Play like it. You know what I mean? Bring that energy to the ice. I just wish Jeff was playing that. I don't know. Back at it Thursday. So maybe he's healthy scratch Monday, Tuesday, gets the off day Wednesday. Nice little 3-day. Breather and hopefully back out. I can't see a world where he's scratched again. I can't believe he scratched again tonight, especially with the injury aside. Whatever. And I'm glad Middlestead's still there tonight. I thought he played all right. I know he didn't score on that opportunity late in the game, but it looked like he was, confident out there. He was on the second power play, he was skating around well. I'm glad he's in. I'd much rather see him than, I don't know, some other stiff. I'd rather make these, young guys work out. Him and Thompson, like I'd like to see them. Especially, I don't think the Sabres are going to really go anywhere this year, so you might as well see what you have in those guys and let them play. But yeah, after the injury to Reader happens, the spot opens up in the lineup. I thought for sure, like I said, I thought either way Skinner was going to be back in the lineup. And, the injury just kind of sealed it. Like, okay, he'll be back in there, probably back on the fourth line, whatever, but at least he'll be in the lineup. And no, he's still sitting. Rasmus Asplund, nothing against him. I just would rather see Jeff Skinner, obviously, get a chance to redeem himself and, shut Coach Ralph Kruger up. And then the problem with today is, he said that, like, someone asked last night in the post game if Eichel's playing hurt, and he said, no, it's just a confidence issue, both with him and Hall. They need to put this team on their back, whatever. So it's
confidence issues with them, but with Skinner, it's not. Like, why can't he play through his confidence issue? They all get paid, to $10 million. I think $8 million for Skinner. I think Eichel gets 10, and Hall, I think, signed them $9 million, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, you're costing the same amount to healthy scratch either one of them. Why do the other two get to play through it while Skinner has to sit there and watch? You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the beef with Skinner with Kruger here.
What? I will be the first to apologize.
Yes. What?
My guy. He's now my guy. Julius Randle has made the All-Star team.
Wow.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about this, Tiger Conscious. That was also very
That too. That is very big. Snubs are biggest snubs appear to be Booker and Trae Young.
Wow.
Defense matters,
Harris
kids.
did not.
Oh, I thought Randall.
Yeah, let's see. Notable All-Star snubs, according to Shams here, is Trae Young, Devin Booker, Tobias Harris, and DeMar DeRozan. But yeah, so for the West, it's Chris Paul, Paul George, Damian Lillard, Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, Zion, and AD. As for the East, James Harden.
Really got in.
He did, but he probably will be replaced, obviously, so someone will get to play. As for the East, it's Harden, Randall, Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Zach LaVine, Ben Simmons, and Nikola Vucevic.
Did you just say Ben Simmons?
Ben Simmons, your guy, Ben Simmons.
Isn't he averaging like 14 points a game?
That's All-Star Ben Simmons.
Rebounds and assists.
I can't believe it. All-Star Julius Randle.
No, that's awesome.
He really proved me wrong. I was the biggest Randle hater last year, and boy, did he shut me up.
Yeah, no, he's played great this season. Deserves it. Happy Zion got in. That's big.
Yes.
He's playing fantastic this season.
So now the big night starts. Got Sabres, Knicks,
Julius Randle with
Johns
the jump.
beat Villanova again. Maybe get themselves back in the tournament picture.
You and Bob were just talking at the same time, but you can't hear him because you don't have a headset. So
it is tough with the headset.
All right, Bott, you go first.
I said Julius Randle with a jumper will be playing in the All-Star game. I don't know who said that about Zion, but I remember someone did say it. So I just want to make that comment.
Brian, you go next.
Yeah, it's tough without. I gotta keep
because
looking.
we have to keep the door closed because the echo.
Echo obviously is not good.
I'll be the mediator.
Yeah, no, big night tonight. Now I'm fired up. I'm even more fired up for the next game now. And Sabres,
who's back for
St.
the
John's.
Warriors against the next, right?
Their whole team's back.
Yeah, Wiseman's back in there.
It's all right. We beat them in Golden State with the healthy team. Why can't we beat them again? There's fans in the Garden. They're gonna hear us tonight. You're gonna hear Randall MVP chants as Randall scores 50 tonight. But St. John's Villanova.
Yeah,
John's
gonna be a good game.
John's obviously beat him earlier in the year.
Another comment from Betty.
He says St. John's will sweep Villanova tonight. Bold prediction. I mean, maybe.
Beat them once, why not beat them again, right?
True, and they did dominate them in that one win.
They absolutely need it.
They do it.
dominate them.
They have any chance of making it, they got to win this game after that pathetic showing against DePaul.
Like, well, for the time being anyway, but yeah, if you can be pulling over twice, then
That's
very
true.
good teams have.
That would be a big game for them tonight.
Huge.
All right, so we're going to take our second break. We get back.
Baseball.
A little bit of baseball talk. Sunday, games kick off. Spring training down in Florida and Arizona, respectively.
Yankees are injured.
Yeah, Yankees are injured already, but we'll get on that when we come back. You're listening to the MJM Grand Sports Talk Show on WSBU The Buzz. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the MJM Grand Sports Talk Show. What are you laughing at?
Back.
Oh, just excited. Thanks for Mike Stites in the studio, helping us out, getting us, in and out of break and so forth. Baseball's back. Pitchers and catchers reported last Wednesday. The team showed up yesterday, I believe, for most teams. But it's just Clark Schmidt, right? So far, it's only one. It starts with one, but
Thankfully, it's not a Severino. It's not a big one. So.
Yeah, I feel bad for the guy.
Here come the rest of them.
You think that's a big deal for the Yankees losing Clark Schmidt, or I don't know?
I don't think Clark Schmidt's the big deal. It's more concerning. Oh, here we go with the injuries already, and we're first day into camp.
Wanted to see the youngster get his shot. Obviously, didn't go very well last year. We all remember his debut out of relief and the smothering that ensued. But I was ready for him this year. Hopefully, it's not just the start, but to me, that fifth spot in the rotation is up for grabs as long as Domingo Germán keeps up his anti-heroics. Who cares? Get him off the team.
How far that'll go.
Get him off the team. I think it's going to be Davey Garcia as the 5. Then
it's tough because Zach Britton was very outspoken. He did not like it.
I like that though.
Listen, I appreciate that too. But I'm not a fan of what he did either, and I think you shouldn't have to hide what you're feeling sometimes. I don't care if it's a teammate.
They're not. That kind of behavior there's no place for it. It's disturbing. If Zach Britton wants to speak up and say something about it, as he should, I think he's totally right. And Domingo Germán should apologize to Zach Britton, and he does have to explain himself because not only did he cost his team, he looks like a real jerk for what he did, and it's tough to come back from that.
You wanted to say something else, but then you
No, jerk.
Like that. Justin?
Yeah, obviously no room in
Anywhere.
Yeah, I was about to say in the sport. I was about to say anywhere for the actions that he did in the past.
All right, so spring training starts Sunday.
Yes.
Well, games-wise anyway. Power rankings are being dropped left and right. Do a little bit of our own here. Who are your top 5 teams heading into the season right now? Early, obviously very early. Still got, doing a countdown. 37 days to go.
Your countdown, as you have on your Twitter account.
Masculine Fraser.
Great account. Eric Kratz was my personal favorite for the countdown.
38 days. Eric Kratz days. Today was Casey's the guy that his numbers retired by the Yankees. Number 37 was top. Tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to go like Mike Ford with the 36. Even though he's
Mike Pineda, did he wear that or did he wear 35?
He was 35.
Oh.
I think you got to go David Cohn with 36, or maybe Carlos Beltran. That's 35. I was thinking Mike Piscina, but damn, Mike Pineda.
Big Mike Pineda, man.
All right, so yeah, I guess we'll start with the top.
Normally, you count backwards to, top or bottom to top, in terms of countdowns. But I think that the top team, I think we all have the top 4 the same. We were talking before the show. Maybe not, the rest of it, but I think the top team, like in terms of anyone who has general knowledge on baseball, we can all agree is the Dodgers heading into this year, right?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
No. Just trying to add a little. No.
And then at 2, I have the Dodgers.
I have Slam.
As well.
Justin.
Same here.
3, the Yankees.
New York Yankees for me at 3. Yeah, the first 4 are pretty straightforward. 4 Braves.
Atlanta, yeah, okay. I go to Atlanta.
Yeah.
All right. Well, 5 is. Oh, jeez, I just punched the microphone. 5. This is where we get a little funky. Bott, take it away, young man.
I have the Minnesota Twins.
Oh, maybe we didn't get that funky, I think.
Yeah. I overheard it. I didn't want to change it, so.
No, that's
fair.
fair. I mean, Twins,
They won the AL Central in the shortened season.
They won't this year, though. Wink.
Minnesota Twins.
All right,
So Twins
you
are
also,
also
if I remember correctly.
I do.
Or you changed your mind.
But I want to, this way we all have something different. I know who your pick is. Number 5? No, I don't think the Mets are deserving of that number 5. This one could surprise some people.
NL team?
Yes.
NL East?
No.
Oh, okay. Cardinals?
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
The Nolan Arenado trade, man. Pay dividends.
Sites is
The Sites is yelled at them.
Oh,
Sites, by the way, the Pirates are, how many teams is that? 30? They're
Yeah.
30? Yeah. Pirates are last in every power ranking, as they should be. But
I think they should be as well.
yeah, the Cardinals could surprise some people. I know our friend Mike Sites doesn't like that.
I think
but
the Cardinals are a clear-cut favorite to win that division. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm only taking 87, 88 wins. Well, the Reds, I mean, obviously losing power is a big deal for the Reds, but they made a big stride last year in the shortened season. So I got Sonny Gray.
Sites puts on here, breaking Pirates to be worst team in MLB history. Not wrong. Should be interesting.
But yeah, I think the Cardinals are away with that division handily. Whether I think they're a top 10 team, well, they'll be a playoff team, obviously.
I think they're better.
They gave the Padres
The Brewers just coming in. You never know
True.
with them every year. Cubs kind of, taking steps back. Yeah. I don't know. And then who am I missing? Oh, the Reds, obviously losing power. It's going to be tough. Votto another year older. But then, adding the Moustakas last year, things like that. I think they'll compete, but I think it's the Cardinals division to lose. I think that's not unfair to say.
I'll apologize if I'm wrong. Mets are so many people have them in the top 5. They're always put at the top 5 or 10 to start the year. And look how pathetic
They are. Sure, they got Lindor and what else? They struck out on
James McCann.
Oh, whoa. I mean, that's a good move, but
Yeah, but they missed out.
I'm not hating,
it was
but they missed out on a lot of their top targets.
Yeah, it was a consolation prize game.
Mhm.
He wasn't the big prize. And
Real Muto, Springer, Bauer, all guys Met fans were telling me for months they were going to get.
They wanted Springer and they got Almora. And
Yeah.
Who's the other guy? Oh, Kevin Pillar.
Yeah,
Okay.
all guys Met
Obviously,
fans.
Lindor was fantastic. Carrasco coming in, helps. He's not like
Oh, he's good. There's no doubt about it. But I mean, let's be
never
real.
forget his final start as an Indian now.
Playoff loss to the Yankees.
Sure was.
But I don't know. I feel like they're just overrated. These Met fans thought that Uncle Stevie's coming in with his money and he's going to fix everything.
He's been more occupied in all the allegations.
Yeah, he actually had to deactivate off of Twitter because
it's been rough.
stocks and everything. But let's slow it down. Mets will be a fringe wild card team. They could definitely make it up. But I feel like the Mets hype is way too much. And listen, I'm not saying that fans shouldn't be excited. It's about time they had an owner who seems like he cares and will spend money. But let's put our foot on the brake here and let's calm down with this Mets top 5 talk because it's.
I don't know my 5.
I do.
Chicago White Sox. Yeah, adding Lance Lynn. Watch out for the White Sox, future AL champs from Sites.
He's clapping.
I think the White Sox are going to be a fantastic team. Although I do not totally agree with the hiring of Tony La Russa at manager. Those decisions aren't up to me. But, I mean, you look at Eloy Jimenez and Luis Robert. I think the two of them, both rookies last season in the outfield. I think the two of them both have monster years. Tim Anderson can hit. Jose Abreu, reigning MVP. Bringing back Adam Eaton, I think, is a sneaky good signing. Grandal, I mean, whatever. I think he's a good power hitting catcher, good defensive catcher. You take it. Yohan Moncada, a little bit of a down year last year compared to the 2019 that he put up, but I think he's still going to be a great young player. And then you still got Nick Magic, too, going to start at second base. He was prospect came up last year. One of their top prospects got hurt. He's back healthy, and I think he's going to be a great piece. And like I said, you have a nice line in that rotation with Giolito and Keuchel, and kind of the rest kind of fills itself out with like Dylan Cease, Carlos Rodon. You got all those names, but I don't know.
Exciting time.
Like the White Sox, they're gonna
The direction they're headed in.
I mean, I definitely think them and the Twins are both playoff teams. I don't know who will win but also third in that division. It's going to be the Royals. I don't know why.
Okay.
Indians obviously taking a step back.
How does AJ Hinch doing?
just as you would expect the Tigers to do. Like, I do think he has the right manager, things around there, as long as he doesn't like bang on garbages or anything like that. But yeah, I don't know. I just we were talking about the Royals a couple episodes ago. I like obviously a lot of work to be done, but I like the lineup adding Benintendi and Carlos Santana and things like that. I feel like, I mean, to say they finished third in the AL Central, like they might do it with like 75 wins. I'm not saying they're going to be good. I don't know how big of a step back the Indians will take after losing Lindor and Carrasco and stuff like that. But I don't know. I think the Royals can beat them out for third place if we're keeping track of things like that. But
Now, Matt, I must ask you this.
You know how livid I was Friday night when the news was announced that the Yankees re-signed Brett Gardner, I was absolutely livid. There's no place for him on this team, in my opinion. Get him out. I've seen enough of him and his 196 career postseason average. I've seen enough. Just get him out. But anyway, I bring this up because I want to hear what you said.
He's great. He's a great defensive player. Great speed in the base path.
Veteran presence.
You need it.
I wanted to see Jay Bruce. I was worried about Jay Bruce. I'm all upset for Jay Bruce now. But as long as Cliff Frazier starts in left field, we won't have any problems.
He can.
But Gardner's also a lefty bat.
They lack, but because he's a lefty, does not mean that he should play at third or any of that. When he does play, he should hit ninth. Maybe set seventh. No, Gary will hit ninth.
Gary should hit ninth.
He can hit eighth. I mean, if he sticks to a true fourth outfielder role and comes in and plays good defense, runs the bases well, I just don't think 1 to 2 starts a week.
Yeah, two to three.
He's going to get 5 to 6. It's going to become a problem.
That's what I'm going to get angry.
We're going to have to like a 2 for 26 start, and they'll be coming for his head. And here goes Brett Gardner and Clint Frazier. Clint Frazier gets sent to AAA. We see it every year.
Yep.
He's got to be like almost out of options by now. But I don't know. I just hope that doesn't happen. He's a good true fourth outfielder, plays good defense, lefty bat that he still has good speed. Like I said, great clubhouse guy, long Yankee, all that,
all that jazz.
But I guess we'll see.
I bring this up because my grandfather comments, and I guess you basically said the same thing as him. He said Gardner, as much as you hate it, is a great re-sign. He's a great clubhouse presence and wants to finish in front of the fans, and he can get hot anytime at the stadium with that porch. So
that's true. Porch was in his favor. Fair moment last year. Opposite field run.
Oh, when he goes opposite field, I must admit I do laugh. That was funny. Anytime I just see a base hit to the opposite field, I start laughing because I never see him do that. So
also we know injury. Judge is going to play by 100. So
I mean, Gardner's going to have to play. Hicks gets hurt all the time too. Frazier had injuries last year. There might be a lineup where you see Jay Bruce, Brett Gardner, and Esteban Florial on the outfield. So, we'll have to see. But okay, so who is a team outside of your top 5 that you can see making a run at a World Series this year? Washington Nationals. I think they're just very underrated. And Josh Bell, a guy who was top 3 in NL MVP 2 years ago, under last year. Bringing John Lester to that rotation. John Lester's your number. I know he's not great, but he's their number 4 now. Like, there's no pressure on him. You slated behind Scherzer, Strasburg, Patrick Corbin. That's a good rotation. Even adding Kyle Schwarber, I feel like is a good. I know there's no DH in the NL now, so that kind of sucks. But he's a good bat to have. Not a great fielder defensively, but I like the Nationals. I think the Nationals are better than the Mets. As it stands right now, I think they're all 3 of them: Nationals, Braves, Mets, good teams. But right now, I'd have it: Braves, Nationals, Mets, and then Phillies, and then Marlins.
It's interesting. I'll say out of the teams we haven't mentioned.
I don't want to.
I know, trading style, whatever, but they'll find.
I do not want to write off the Rays. Out of the teams we haven't mentioned, I'll give one of our buddies, fellow listener, Jeff Gerbasi, I'll give his team some credit. The Blue Jays, that offense is stacked. And if their pitching can hold up, then that is one of the most dominant teams, and they can be a surprise team. I think they're going to, for a good stretch of the season, I think they'll give both the Yankees and the Rays a good run for their money. I think the Yankees will end up winning out in the long run. But the Blue Jays are a team, that offense. Springer, Vlad, Bichette.
Even Marcus Semien.
Yeah, there's not many weak spots in that order. So that's a very good team. And like I said, if their pitching could put it together, look out.
Don't forget Kirk.
I love Kirk.
Okay, Jansen.
That's definitely a steep.
Do you have a pick?
Yeah, I initially said the White Sox, but you already talked about them. So
they're not near top 5. Respect. I think White Sox gonna make some noise. AL champs.
Yeah, I could see the Blue Jays as well. They're kind of underrated team that could make a run there.
Shall we get into some locks? We got about 2 minutes, so we're gonna have
Locks of the night.
All right, Chris did not want to join us via call like Justin did.
I go first.
Well, I'm gonna give Chris's first since he's not here. Chris, Minnesota Timberwolves +10, Brooklyn Nets -6.5. The Nets are playing the Kings. I apologize. I cannot remember who Minnesota's playing.
Hold on. I'm here.
I know they're on the road. They're +10.
Minnesota's at Milwaukee.
At Milwaukee. Those are Chris's picks. He's 5-5. Justin, also 5-5. What do you got?
I got Georgia Tech at Virginia Tech. I'll take Virginia Tech -3.5. Also, I'll take the over 138 points and 2 ranked teams playing. That's Kansas and Texas. The over, again, 138 points. I'll take that.
Me at 7-7, we'll go next. Warriors -2 at the next. I'm sorry. Everyone's back. I just like it. And
Downer.
VCU, home to St. Louis, +3.5. They don't. I would take mine, but I'll take the 3.5. A little bit of insurance. I think VCU. They need it. They need it to keep pace with the Bonnies. Believe it or not. I think VCU wins today outright. But like I said, give me 3.5. We'll play it safe. So yeah, Warriors -2, VCU +3.5 against the St. Louis Billikens.
Betty, 9-5. We didn't give you 2 losses. I know you said you'd take 2 losses.
That was rough, man. I never thought that would happen. To the Devils?
Yeah.
Ugh.
But okay. So you're at 9-5. You only get 1 loss. You're ahead. You're 2 games ahead. Chance to really pull away here. What do you got?
They say don't bet with your heart, but I'm doing it. No?
Oh.
St. John's +11.5.
No, that's a lot of points for a team who destroyed them.
Yes.
Like,
I think if St. John's loses, which I expect them to lose, I think maybe garbage time we could get some free throws or something. They should cover the 11.5. I like their odds tonight. I think, especially after the way they played against DePaul, they're one of those streaky teams. I think they're going to come out with some passion. And I don't know. Like you said, 11.5, such a big line. So I'll give St. John's the benefit of the doubt there.
And
what did I say last time? I said Washington would beat Pittsburgh, and they did.
Will they do it again?
Washington's been on a bit of a losing streak. We have a Pittsburgh fan in the other room, so I don't know how comfortable I feel with saying this. But
Breaking Pirates worst team ever.
that was great. But you know what? Actually, no. We're not going to go with the cap. We're not going to go with the Caps against the Pens. Because what did I say earlier? The Sabres were going to beat the Devils tonight. I'm sticking true to it.
Nice.
What did the Devils do? They put the Sabres on pause. Teams, the Sabres know that. They're still not happy. I don't care if they played on Saturday and if it's okay, only 1 game. Yeah, no. That's the team that cost you 2 weeks.
Producer sites like West Virginia -7 at TCU.
I like that one too. That's not a bad one at all. I'm a big Coach Huggins guy, so.
Huggy Bear, dude.
But yeah, so Sabres, St. John's. Rolling with the S's tonight.
Thank you for listening. That's all the time we have.
Back on Thursday with Chris.
Carter Raymond in the studio next with his fellows, so make sure you check him out. Go Sabres, go Bonnies.
Go Johnny's, go Nick.
Of course. Thank you for listening to the MJM Grand Sports Talk Show on WSBU The Buzz. See you Thursday.